Grace and peace, family. What's going on? Hope everybody is doing well. As you can see, I am outside and this wind is whipping. I don't even know if you all can hear me. So we're going to do this. We're going to slide this way. It's a beautiful day. I mean, a gorgeous day. Man, I had to come talk to you all on my lunch break because we're going to put the camera right here. Let's have this conversation right here, sitting in the truck. All right. Y'all sit right here with me. Y'all sit right there. All right, cool. Look, I had to come talk to you all. This is on my heart. Somebody needs to hear this. You can do it. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. You can do it. I promise you. Whatever that desire is on your heart, that strong desire, that thing that just keeps you up at night that you want to do really bad. Most of you is entrepreneurship. This is my third business. I guess they say the third time's a charm, and I really believe this will be the one that I am in the rest of my days. The first two ended in what some would call failure, but I don't call it failure. I call it the end of the learning experience. I learned a lot in those two experiences, and I realized some things in this last experience though. See, I went through a job loss right before starting my business. I got to do this because I know sometimes it's better for you guys to be able to see my eyes. And that job loss was a crushing thing to some degree. Now, I was preparing myself anyway. I'm sorry, it's still a little cool out here. That's why I got on all these crazy clothes. But I was preparing myself anyway for the next chapter, the change, the transition. But I had to be kicked out of the nest. Some of you need to start preparing now for the possibility of being kicked out of the nest. I believe that many times the Most High will decide, you know what, I'm ready for you to move, but obviously you're not ready to move to make that next step. So let me nudge you a little bit, just like an eagle does with her young. An eagle will nudge the eaglets out of the nest. It's either fly or die, baby. And sometimes that's what we need. There's such greatness inside of us. You've got greatness inside of you. There's such greatness inside of you, but it doesn't come out until it absolutely, positively must. You ever watch? I love to watch the superhero movies with Marvel and all of these things. And it seems like every single time the storyline was centered around, in the origin stories, the storylines will center around the hero or the heroine who will one day be this mighty warrior or this mighty whatever, but they got to get past themselves. See, it's not the other people that they have to overcome. They have to overcome themselves. So I'm taking my lunch break to talk with you all. Now, my wife will tell you, I love to eat. Matter of fact, she calls me greedy. Yeah, she may be right. But I felt that this was this important that somebody needs to hear this. Prepare yourself. Start to moving towards doing that thing you know you're supposed to be doing. It's calling you. Keeps you up at night, doesn't it? It's hard. It's hard to keep going the way you're going when you know you're supposed to be doing something else. So what are you going to do about it? Let me tell you a few things that'll help you. That helped me. May help somebody. I believe it will. One of the first things I learned, and I tell you, I learned a lot in many different places. One of the best things for me, and you'll never guess, was a little network marketing company called Amway. And a lot of people will laugh, Amway, oh. But for the ones that know what Amway is or think they know what Amway is, Amway had one of the best leadership training programs in any corporate setting I have ever seen. You know why? They understood one concept. In order to change where you're at, you got to change this first. If you don't change this and the negativity that we are ingesting all day, every day, sometimes we're not even trying to, but it comes at you. But they realize if we can help people change this and develop a positive mental attitude, if you can develop that positive mental attitude, there's nothing that can stop you, because you'll generate momentum for yourself. Your positivity is like a vacuum. As you go, you speed up and you just suck stuff up behind you. Here's what you ought to do. This is what I did and helped me tremendously in realizing that I had to change my mind, because I understood. Because I went through a slump now, don't get it twisted. After the job loss, you're a human being. I'm human, just like you. So if you're going through this, you can probably relate. The slump came, but I shortly thereafter realized, no, it's not what we're going to do. No, Mr. Negativity, we're not going to do that. The devil is a lie. I know who I am and I know whose I am, but I know also what's inside of me. I know there's greatness inside of me. Just got to get it out of there. Positivity going in always. This right here, these two work together, and they can be your downfall or they can be what helps you grow and rise. I developed a positive music playlist. That's all I listen to. That's all, nothing else. Anything negative, nope. I mean, seriously, even if it was coming from me, when that negativity started to rise, nope, click, turn that music on. But more importantly than the music were words. You can go on YouTube and look up several people that will help you with this. There are some good ones, some that I like. Now, there's one guy that I love, but if you can't handle the cursing, you don't want him. But this man is ferocious, and I love it because he digs in, and he will make you, if you will allow him, he'll help you to get over yourself. David Goggins. David is an awesome speaker. His story is crazy. It's crazy, but it's crazy good. He'll help you understand you can do it. One of my favorites, my all-time favorite, let's just go here first. My all-time favorite is Les Brown. Les Brown is hilarious, but he's also motivating on a level that many don't ever reach, that try to reach. He is awesome. Found out about him through Amway. See, this whole thing of positivity didn't come about because I ran up on it in the streets. My mama didn't have it. My daddy didn't have it. None of my uncles, aunts, sisters. Well, I don't have any brothers or sisters, but nobody in my family was talking about this or doing this. I didn't have any associates that was doing it. Kind of makes me unique. But my mom, let me tell you, growing up, and I got to do a video about my mom, man. My mom is so awesome. My mom gave me books growing up. So I read a lot of things, and I have read a lot of positive thinking books. So that's the other thing. I get to the books. David Goggins, Les Brown. I love Zig Ziglar. Zig is old school, but he's funny, but he's really, really good. And there are tons of others. Just go on there. Go on YouTube, look up positive speakers or positive motivation. It's there. It's accessible and it's free. And I promise you, it will make a difference. Some of it sounds kind of cheesy, kind of, oh man, this stuff is, no, I'm telling you, if you do this, that one thing right there, you'll start to build on that. And you'll get that can-do attitude because you gotta have it. In this space of being self-employed, you gotta know who you are and you gotta know what you can do. And no one can be able to take that away from you. If you are wishy-washy in that, you'll be sitting at the house broke or right over there fishing, not making money or not doing what it is you're passionate about or you love to do. So please, Institute this step. Even if you're not looking to do anything right now, you're going through a hard time, I promise you, it's awesome. You got to change going in here. What's going in here? Because this and this are direct links to your brain. And your brain will do what it's programmed to do. I think that's worth saying again. Y'all think so? I'll say it again. Your brain will do what it's programmed to do. So program your freaking brain, but program it with the right stuff. There's so much garbage that we take in on a daily basis. But if we change that, man, what could we do? More importantly, who else could we help to do it? That's why I'm here. So get those positive motive. Oh, E.T., my man E.T., Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. E.T. is off the chain. Great, great speaker. For the younger generation, you'll like E.T. E.T. that's my guy. That is my guy. And there are some others. If y'all know a song, put them in the comments. I would appreciate it. And if you want more, ask me in the comments and I'll hit you up on some of my favorites. And even some of the music. Matter of fact, I'll see if my playlist is public. And if you want that playlist, that positive music playlist, I'll be more than happy to share it with you. So hit me in the comments and ask me, and I'll put that in there for you. Okay. So just know you can do it. You can do it. Also, books. Even if it has to be ebooks, all you got to do is type in motivation, positivity, positive mental attitude, positive mindset. There's so much out there because this is a huge area. Many people need this motivation. There's so much depression in the world. So many people are going through so many different things that the whole area of positivity is just blown up. But I want you all to know, man, you can do it. Lady, you can do it. Brother, sister, you can do it. Whatever that thing is, but you got to have the right mindset for it. Now, also along with that is you got to prepare yourself. Right before the rug was pulled from under me, I started making preparations because I just kind of, something ain't right. I started feeling, you know how you kind of hair on the back of your neck stand up when something's not right? Yeah, I felt the setup. I felt the okie doke coming. So what they didn't know is I'd already got my LLC. I can say it now. I'd already gotten my errors and emissions insurance. I was preparing myself. Along with preparing myself mentally, I started even before I was fired. But I had to dive into it deeper afterwards because of the way that the thing was done. That's a story for another day. But when you lose something and it is unfair in the manner that you lose it, it drains you. It's almost like it sucks the air out of you. So for anyone that's going through that, I promise you, you're going to make it. Hold on. Hang in there. Don't give up. Whatever you're going through, listen to me. Whatever you're going through, if you just hold on. Some of you have actually even probably thought of committing deletion, self-deletion. Don't. Somebody needs to hear you. Somebody needs to hear your voice. Somebody needs to hear your words. Somebody needs to feel your spirit. Somebody needs to know that they can make it just like you did. So you have an obligation to hang in there and stick around to help that person make it, because they may not be as strong as you are. And you feel like, I'm not strong. Yes, you are. You're a lot stronger than you know. You can handle a lot more than you know. You've handled this much. You're still here. You're here for a reason. You're here for a season. You're here for a purpose. And you're here for a people. Don't give up now. You are right there. You're right where you need to be. You just need a little help, a little boost. So I'm telling you, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get that positivity going, and you will make it to the next day. And all it is just like any trip, any long trip begins with one foot in front of the other. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way, but I'm going to make it one more step. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way, but I'm going to make it one. Find a way to make it happen. You can. And all that does is make you better. Don't get bitter. Get better. Don't get bitter. Get better. Invest in yourself mentally, and the dividends will be way beyond anything you can imagine. Hey, I got to go back to work. Man, I'm fooling with y'all. See, I love my people too much. I'm supposed to be somewhere eating. I'm out here talking to y'all. All right, family. Take care of yourself. Hit me in the comments. Hey, please do me a favor. Quickly hit that like button, subscribe, share this with somebody, because somebody's going through something. You know, it might not be a job loss. It may be the loss of a person. It may be the loss of a loved one. They may be going through divorce. Tell you something. That's hell on earth. And they need the motivation, but they can make it. They can make it. Gotta make it. You weren't put here by mistake. You weren't put where you are by mistake. You're right where you're supposed to be. I say it again, you are right where you're supposed to be. So share this with somebody who thinks they're not where they're supposed to be, who thinks they're supposed to end it. And if you need help, get help. Talk to somebody that cares, somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, and somebody that's positive. Don't talk to your negative uncle that doesn't have a clue about anything, that thinks he knows something that doesn't, or your negative niece or sister or whoever. If they're coming at you with a negativity, piss off, devil. I ain't got time for it. Let it go. Love you, family. Holla. Ice Wall out.